Yo guys, so today let's discuss about spiritual awakening. So we are all in the path of spiritual awakening. First, we need to understand there's a world of difference between an awakening and awakened person. An awakened person is a Buddha who have already achieved enlightenment. But we are all walking the path of awakening. It's a long process. We may need multiple lives to reach a point of enlightenment. So before getting deeper into the subject, mainly there are two types of awakening. Like spiritual awakening is like a new age, something like that. So there are mainly classified or mainly differentiated with two types. One is the path of a truth finder, a conspiracy theorist who goes behind Illuminati, the dark side is exposing the dark side, these kind of things. And the second side is about enlightenment. It's about soul realization, God realization. So here we are going to discuss about the second path, about enlightenment, about spiritual awakening. So most of the people reach spirituality in this current generation is via social media. They may be having some tough time, or they may be having some esoteric experience, and they may be searching that in the Google and social media, and they may be finding similar codes, the spiritual codes and all, which our main page Spiritual League is continuously doing in the Instagram community. Then they may be hooked in this kind of post, and for some people there arises a temptation to know more. Thus they reach the spiritual path and the issues begin. So what happens is that when we step into the spiritual path, the transformation happens. So we may be vibing very good with our friends or family. We have a group of friends and it's all good. And suddenly you are reaching the spiritual path. And after that, you may not be vibing that much with your friends or family. So you may feel like solitude is much more peaceful. It comes to a point where you find very difficult to hang out with friends and family like the old days. You may not be vibing the same with your friends and all. So this happens to everyone. Who are in the spiritual path, they are facing these kind of situations. And if some of your friend is sharing about any idea about any movie or discussing about some gossips, celebrity gossips, and these things in the previous days you may feel very interested, but nowadays after reaching the spiritual path, you don't feel that tendency to hear more about these kind of things. You will be attracted more to deeper spiritual teachings or something deeper spiritual knowledges. So this happens when your vibration gets higher. Like, first of all, your vibration and your friend's vibration are in the same level. So that's why you are getting so much connection with them. But when you step into the spiritual realm and all, when you step into the spiritual path, what happens is that your vibration is getting higher. And they are still vibing in the normal way. So a difference can happen. So this makes all the problems. Like, you both are in a different vibe. And sometimes we need to act with our friends. Like, we need them, we love their company, they are very good souls. They were there for all of your difficulty, all of your tough times, they were there. So you are very thankful for them. Like, thankful for being a part of your life. And these friends, when you step into the spiritual path, and you can relate with them. You can relate with their vibe. You are not feeling that interest like old times. And you need to act with them. Like, you are not feeling that much good, but they are your friends, you need to act with them. These kind of scenarios can happen. And this spiritual awakening only happens to old souls. For young souls, it's impossible for them. So what is an old soul, what is a young soul? I will be doing a detailed video on that. So what I'm reminding is that what we may find happiness in usual talks, all that can be changed when you are in the spiritual path. and your interest can shift totally into spiritual knowledges, deeper esoteric teachings and all. Nothing to worry about, you are not alone. This transformation must happen. If this transformation didn't happen, then you are not in an awakening. Okay? And this may also result in a heavy karmic resolvement. You may be having a tough time. Because it's like a coal. A coal is having such a process to transform itself to a diamond. This kind of thing can happen. So heavy karmic resolvement, people call that dark night of the soul and all. So these things can happen. So nothing to worry about, this will pass. So you need to remember one thing is like, you are having a spiritual awakening, or you are having a little temptation to know more about spirituality. Even that's a spiritual awakening. If that's happening to you, it's only happening to 5% of the people in the world. And this is because you have done, or you have some connection with spirituality in your previous life. That's why in this life, you may be in your 20s or your late 30s or 40, something like that. And at that time, this reminder happens. Suddenly, this reminder comes to you in an unusual way. And you again goes back to the spiritual path. Okay? So, after coming to spiritual path, the transformation is the main thing. So before spiritual awakening and after spiritual awakening, you feel like you are the same person, then that's not the thing. A transformation will happen. And this is the same scenario which happens in death also, at the time of death. So when we die, we remove the physical body. And when we remove the physical body, the soul will be taking another body. And in this body, you'll be spending years and years. But this is actually one day of your higher soul. Okay? But in spiritual awakening, the scenario is much more painful because we are fully alive, we are fully active, you'll be having a good time, and suddenly you are having the spiritual awakening and you are transforming completely. It's hard for many people. Even I face such a situation. Because some people come to spirituality by they having a breakup or having someone whom they loved very dearly have left from their body, or some grief situation. So these kind of situations makes them to pursue a spiritual path. But for me and all, I was a totally chill person. I was having fun, enjoying. At that time, the spiritual awakening hit me. And that totally transformed me. The person, my name is Nirmal. So the person before spiritual awakening and after spiritual awakening was totally different. And then the lessons come to picture. First of all, lot of unlearning will happen. Like we will be born in a specific family who is following a specific religion, and we will be in the young age itself, we will be learning that kind of religion and all. And at one point, we may not be believing in these kind of things, in religion, this kind of gods and all. We can be an atheist or become a spiritual after that. And after that, the spiritual awakening hits, then you will find the inner teachings of this religion. And whether it's Islam, whether it's Hinduism, Jewish, Christianity, whatever it is, the inner teachings are all the same. From external view, it's totally different. But from the inner dimension, it's all the same. And this can be realized only when you are on the spiritual path. So a lot of unlearning will be there. Unlearning is much more harder than learning. And these inner teachings will be given to you. And you need to consider one more thing, like spirituality is so addictive. When spirituality hits you, there's nothing in the world gives you that much pleasure like spirituality. So we may leave everything and we may have a tendency to go for spirituality completely. But in this century, without having enough bank balance, it's very hard to pursue a spiritual path. I'm saying that from my experience. So that's why we need other techniques. We need to practice law of attraction. We need to manifest. We need to make money. We need to create abundance. So my master, Master Choa Kok Sui, the founder of modern pranic healing, he used to say always, like, a person, a right soul, must have enough money. So when a right soul have enough money, he will be doing more and more charity. He will be helping people. He will be helping old age people. He will be helping orphanages. He will be spreading the teachings. So right souls need money. Spirituality and materialization are two sides of the same coin. So we don't need to reject or completely remove the abundance or money from our life. It's much needed. Okay, in this 21st century, it's much needed. But in the old times, it was okay. Like people used to, from my place and all, people used to go to Himalayas. They will be chanting mantra millions and millions of times. That kind of path was there. But this time, within a family, maybe you may be having a family, you may be having a girlfriend or boyfriend. And with that structure itself, you can pursue a spiritual path. That's the thing you need to do in this century. So understand, even you are watching this video, understand you are in awakening. But we need to proceed further. And the modern concept says like you don't need a guru. There are all the things are there in YouTube or there are poses, but you need a guru. Without guru, the spiritual path is so difficult. I am saying this from my experience. So first of all, I traveled alone. And it took many years to learn the esoteric teachings and all. But with the help of Guru, what I learned in 5 or 6 years, I could learn more than that within a year. So don't underestimate the power of a Guru. So you need a Guru. So you can find a amazing Guru in pranic healing, rarity yoga, and there are many other schools also. There are teachings of Sadguru is there, Sri Ravi Shankar is there, and teachings of Alice Bailey, teachings of Rudolf Steiner is there, teachings of Agni Yoga, and the Yogada Society, the Kriya Yoga, the Babaji lineage. All these are amazing schools. You can follow any kind of a school and just start your path. Because there are multiple people who used to send messages to me, like in Instagram and all, saying they are seeing level 11, they are seeing synchronicities, this repeated numbers and all. But seeing these numbers doesn't matter. Like you will be seeing some number like 1111 and you will be searching in some website, and this website will be saying like you will be having attracting to abundance, this kind of intuition and all thing. Another website will be saying another thing which is totally different from the first website, and you are here suffering with depression and anxiety. This is the case. So seeing numbers is just a calling. You need to take action. You need to follow any school. So try to find a school and try to start your spiritual path. Because as I said, there are only 5% of the people who are in the spiritual awakening process. So don't miss this opportunity. Just go for it. Your soul is waiting for that. It's not all about your soul itself. Your soul needs evolution, and your body also. You have multiple bodies. These are deeper teachings. So there's a physical body, there's an astral body, mental body. There are multiple bodies. 7 bodies are there. So even those bodies need evolution. So there is an energy body. In the energy body, in our energy body, there are places or centers where there is a high amount of energy. These are called chakras. Okay, so you need a highly developed chakras, activated chakras. Then only you can walk the spiritual path very immensely or very easily. So understand, this awakening is a long process, and we are all walking that spiritual path. So see you guys. I will be back with another video, and so thank you for watching. Bye bye.